Lights, camera, action.
In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film.
Cut.
That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It. We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
God, thank you for doing so. I'm Kevin Mumphrey, and this is F It. We'll Fix It in Post. I'm here with my colleagues, Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
And we also have Karsten Hype Ferguson.
Yeah.
So a little bit more than that, but hey, that's fine.
That was a very enthusiastic, saying my name.
Sounds like
that.
you need some. Oh, I was just using that for dramatic effect. So
Oh, okay. You getting your acting on just a little bit.
You wanted to put some dramatic sounds in there.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Just leave it out.
Dramatic.
Dun, 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 some whatever.
No, I mean
we're not
that's
doing
that's like the affiliates. Like that was a DJ drama, like kind of ad lib deal. You remember that?
Dramatic.
I
Yeah, I remember that.
don't know.
It was on the Jeezy joints.
I don't know if Victoria has any ad libs she likes to use for
None
herself,
whatsoever.
That's right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, y'all doing too much.
It feels like a roast of Victoria.
Don't do it.
Speaking of roast, anyone see the Tom Brady roast?
It wasn't worth my time.
Wasn't worth your time.
I still haven't seen it. Like
haven't seen it?
I will watch it, but I still haven't seen it.
So now you know that it was kind of like a live. I mean, they paid Tom $24 million to get roasted for 3 hours.
I mean, that's cool for him.
Well, he got to pay child support now. So you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I think he's got it.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, though, he's paid child support. He has kids outside of Giselle.
I think just one, right?
Okay, but
It might be two.
I thought it was just one. Hey,
It might be two.
either way,
kids a little bit more expensive though.
Giselle got it too. Giselle,
No.
He still got to pay child support.
Yeah, but that's not how it goes, though. There's a cap, and after each child or whatever, the number goes down.
Okay.
Even for Tom Brady,
especially for Tom Brady.
it's the law.
Oh, okay.
But I brought it up for a multitude of reasons. Because that weekend there was 2 live events that were going on. They were broadcast by Netflix because now you probably noticed that. I mean, when it comes to, I guess, everyday dramatic series, other forms of television and film, streaming services, looks like it's pretty much taking that over from regular cable. So so it's like the next avenue, and it is obvious, is live television. Now, Netflix
Live
is
stream.
live. He's live streaming events. So they've ironically, like they had both of these events like a few weeks ago. I felt like it would have done better if Drake and Kendrick wasn't going at it, because that seemed like to be the thing that was talked about that entire weekend.
Nah, because the majority of people that was on the Kendrick Drake probably weren't watching. They probably don't have Netflix subscriptions. They might
don't have Netflix subscriptions.
No. They probably have access to Netflix, but they probably ain't paying for it.
Well, they cut that out now.
There's still ways.
I'm trying to figure it out because when I go somewhere else and I try to log into Netflix, they like it. What does it say? Like, is this a no? It says something like
You need a
are you traveling or is this?
if you're traveling, you need like a code.
It doesn't ask me for a code. It
Just says okay.
It just says something in that nature, but you don't need a code. But it says they know that's not your home.
But I mean,
you're not in Murphy.
But if you access it on your say your laptop, for example, right?
Yeah,
that's your normal thing. Even if it's a Wi-Fi deal, like it's your deal. And there's other ways like to kind of proxy it, and then you could probably just get a proxy server to like mask where you actually are. I mean, like
that's a lot.
You should be saying this.
I'm just saying, like, I don't do this.
Oh, for real?
Okay.
No.
Very detailed answer.
No, it's against the law in the state of Tennessee. I'm just saying, like, I'm brainstorming right now. I'm like, how can it be done?
But in Kentucky, Maybe not so
No,
much.
no. I'm just like no, I don't care either way. I have my Netflix subscription, and people are always asking me for the stuff, and I'm like, no, pay for your own.
So did you do that before they started this little cutting down on the people passwords and
What,
stuff
pay
like
pay for your own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, I actually believe you.
Because for years I was using somebody else's, and then I guess they canceled their
You don't want no
subscription.
one
and I
else's
was like-
algorithm on your stuff.
And I
Well,
was like,
they did change after a while for that because that was a big complaint. And the only other like place where I logged in was at my mom's house, and she doesn't live that far away from me. That's the only other place where I logged in to like my Netflix account.
Oh.
She's like, you give me the password? I'm like, no, because it, honestly, it ain't even like, oh, whatever. It's just like, okay, what if you get scammed by somebody or whatever? Now all my passwords are compromised, and I gotta change my passwords on every single thing. So I'm like, nah,
but
you can't get the password.
That's how you remember your passwords. Like I have 3 passwords that I use for everything.
You probably shouldn't say that.
They don't know what it is.
It doesn't matter though.
Scammers.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter because once they have one, it's like.
Well, I got more than 3, but I'm saying I got 3 main ones.
So let's try to get some.
It's bad when he wants to.
Maybe we can get a sponsorship by like Last Password or something like that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like
we can make that happen. Y'all can do a little advertisements right here, right now. Look in the camera and say, "Hey, what's up?"
I think we'd have to say a little bit more than that.
I don't think that's the kind of read they would want.
No, I don't think so. So we're gonna move on from that.
Like, hey, you know the deal.
It may work on TikTok, but God, what I was gonna ask. So, like, I was thinking, like, with these like live events. So my first thought with live events is, at first they kind of first started with comedy. Like I think was Dave Chappelle's, like one of his specials were they live.
I don't know if it was live. I don't know if it was live, but I mean, it was available and a certain amount of people watched it like within the first.
Yeah, was it because they stream it live, then it's on the platform.
I think the best example though, like of this now though, like actual live, like time matter sensitive events that you can go back and watch later, but like would be like say the NFL. You have to stream across what, like 4 or 5 different platforms starting this year.
So yeah, I'm actually about to, I was gonna bring it up much later, but hey, we're here now. Because they're going to stream 2 Christmas games on Netflix this year for the NFL. And I looked up how much it was to stream just those 2 games.
Oh, they got a crazy contract.
They're saying is estimated $150 million per game. Per game.
I mean, there's a reason why they came up with that number. They're going to make a ton of money off of it. They're going to be able to get the eyeballs, the subscription, whatever.
Right.
So you think that it can necessarily? I think it's good for kind of different reasons, but you think that the NFL eyeballs for that may not necessarily, let's say like an older generation that watch football but not necessarily watch streaming.
I mean, Netflix is as common as Apple Pie at this point as far as the streaming deals.
Yeah, because they were like one of the major.
Well, they definitely got the market share of it. When you think of streaming, they're the McDonald's, so they're definitely got the market share. They're the brand.
And as a matter of fact, you got to think how many young people have set up like Netflix or even Hulu for like their older parents or grandparents or whatever, or something like that. That's probably been commonplace for a while now. With Hulu, with Netflix especially.
Okay. Now, so do you think it is more makes it easier for younger people to watch football?
I don't know if it makes it easier. It kind of complicates things. If your team is out of market, like because Sunday Ticket,
Sunday Ticket, an out of market team.
I'm saying like you're not in the same state as your team. So like we live in Tennessee. So if I'm a San Diego Chargers fan, you'd be hard pressed to see games. just on regular TV if you still
Well,
have
yeah.
TV.
So it would probably make it easier if you're a Chargers fan.
but
if it's on Netflix.
You would probably do like Sunday Ticket or something like that because it's on YouTube now. It's on YouTube TV. I keep on. As a matter of fact, I can't open up my YouTube without getting an advertisement for it.
Because football.
Well, for Sunday Ticket specifically.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because and it's expensive. It's not like, oh, I can just get one game.
Well, I mean, they paid 150 million.
Yeah, but I'm like,
so they're gonna try to get their
YouTube
money
though,
back.
right?
Yeah, YouTube. Like Sunday Ticket's available on YouTube TV, but it's just Sunday Ticket. It's not YouTube TV though.
I got you.
And I mean, when it comes to sport in America, like NFL is premium. They are charging out the ass for. I mean, even just for rights.
Look, I hate the fact that you got to go to Peacock to watch football games, playoff games. Last year was the first playoff game. I look at the box score. I'll see the highlights.
So you don't like them on streaming services?
Well, I mean, I don't like it on a streaming service that I'm not going to pay any extra for. Hey, I already made my choice. I'm not getting anything else. Like, I really want to watch like X-Men 97, but I'm not getting Disney Plus. I'm not buying. Like, I might buy the series, like, because I heard good things about it. At least the first season of it, because second season, if they get different writers, it could go south real quick.
Parts of me think that these streaming services are kind of working together because it's kind of like they got, like you said, you're not getting Disney. Like, it's a certain point to where you just cut it off. But if you got all these other things, it's the same amount as cable. So where's the money you saving?
So did you hear? I think it's Comcast or Xfinity where they're now creating a bundle deal where you can get those streaming services with their like bundle deal.
So cable including the streaming service. Oh no, we ain't doing that. That's too much.
Eventually,
it's too much.
Well, no, you're not paying. Like, it's all going to be one. It's supposed to be like one package deal. You get all these.
So how much? Did it say how much?
So that's the funny thing. Did not see a price for it yet.
The whole thing is not to give you a price, because if you show the price with the thing, then people are gonna lock into that price, and if it ever changes or whatever, they just like shut it down. They're not gonna mess with it. That's why for the longest time they would never tell you what the actual like rate is unless you're gonna lock it in for a year. And if somebody called like an hour later, they would have a different price.
Oh, that's kind of like how cable companies did. They give you like 3 or 4 months for this price, and then after that, it skyrocketed, and you get a bill, and you're like, "Where did this come from?" They didn't tell me this right here. You know what I'm saying?
But they got you locked in. So
they got you locked in, and back then they kind of did contracts, so you were under. You have to have cable or this bundle for this amount of time, or if you tried to break that, they were going to charge you more money to get out of it.
Probably triple to get out of it.
But then there's an equipment rental fee and all that. I'm like, look, I'm done with that. I'm done. Done, son. Not going backwards.
So there's not a price point that you think. Again, I'm saying like regular cable plus like the top, I would say 4 streaming services, which would be what Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, I'll throw Paramount Plus just because those 4. And there's not a price point that would make you consider.
A price point that would make me consider
all of them?
Cable and...
So you adding cable and all this other... Nah. That's too much.
You never leave the house.
Not that, but it's like a waste of time though.
I can see, because it's like
because what you get on cable, you can get from the streaming services. So that's just like ABC. Anything that's on ABC that comes on ABC, the next day it's on Hulu. If you get
hours later,
right, if you get like the premium thing, like the next day it's on Hulu.
And then like back in the day, what I would do is, instead of me like, okay, like, hey, I don't get to watch this because I was a cable cutter. So what I did is I was like, I wanted to watch The Walking Dead. So I would buy the season outright, and then like I would get to watch it after like 1 p.m. or whatever, because it would have to play twice on the channel before they release it to Apple.
Yeah.
So I would buy it through Apple, or whatever, and I would be able to watch it like after 1 p.m. So I would like wake up in the morning or whatever and do like I had an incumbent bike, and then like on Mondays, especially on Mondays, I would get up like early as I don't know what, like 4:30 in the morning or whatever, get on my incumbent bike and watch The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Do my cardio cinema.
So you will watch The Walking Dead while doing cardio. Was they getting ready for the zombies?
No, it's just exercise. And you do it in the morning, you don't have to worry about like, like getting off of work, being tired, something happened, you got to run errands. It's like, I mean, all you're doing, you're waking up to do that, and then you're already like awake for like to start your day. I feel.
I don't know. I think it's a great idea. It's just you threw The Walking Dead in there, and that's automatically a no for me.
No, that was just Mondays during the
You
season.
don't watch The
though.
Walking Dead?
Absolutely not.
That was just Mondays during the season.
Here we go.
Watching.
And then what
I've watched one scene from that show, and that's when Negan came out.
Yeah.
That was just theater. It was just
Wow.
masterfully done.
Wow.
When he came with the bat, I love that.
There's
scene.
so much more good parts of that show than just that. Okay?
I'll take your word for it.
Season 1, 2, and 3 were kind of cool.
I'll take y'all word for it. I'll watch someone on YouTube.
I'm gonna write a film, a series.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody on YouTube who has done like a video essay about those seasons. I will listen to that before I watch this.
So what if I said, hey, I had this role for you, and I want you to be in it, and I was gonna pay you. I was gonna pay you X amount of dollars, and it was like The Walking Dead.
It better be a big ass X. Like it's.
I mean, yeah, I pay. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna have to be a big ass X. And I can't even imagine what that X would be. I can't say I would never do a horror film. I'm just saying it's nowhere near the list of things I want to do in my life.
You're in luck. It's not a horror film.
It's a series.
That's not helping at all. I mean, even though that's probably more likely because if you can get multiple seasons, that means multiple checks. So
saying, give me like 2 seasons, maybe I kill you off after the third.
I don't like this conversation. Oh.
I mean, he black, so if he's on The Walking Dead, then he gonna get killed off anyway. When they
the black people on there stay a couple of seasons.
No, anytime they introduce another black character, one of them got to go. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just
so. Is that how that works? So it's like, hey, they're going to new guy. Uh-oh.
No, they wouldn't even look around. But that was the trope. That was a trope going for at least like 4 seasons. Because you remember?
I mean, you're right.
You remember when T-Dog he got 8 to the bone?
Yeah.
All the black people got 8 to the bone. It's like they got like some kind of they got some kind of
bone.
8 to the bone.
One of the cheeks got blew up because she stayed in that little thingamajiggy with the guy. So
no, but I'm saying like whenever the zombies got to him, they got 8 to the bone.
Oh yeah. Even the dude, what's the dude's name that I hate, Chris? When he was in there and
well actually not like
Tyler or something.
Because that was the one where it was like the cannibals, right?
No, I mean they were still dead people. No, it wasn't the cannibals. Like he was stuck in between.
Wait, hold on. You talking about a different dude? Like I'm thinking about the cat that.
No, he was stuck in the little swinging doors, and like he ate him to the bone.
Yeah. Like I got. There's only so many black dudes been in that show, like talking roles anyway. Like so, I'm sitting up here. I'm like, ain't no black zombies. And then they started introducing black zombies after a whole bunch of people was complaining. And I was like, it's like, hey, because they eat them to the bone.
I don't know.
Look at his face. We'll go on to the next subject. What you got to say?
I don't know what to say after this. That's just went. Jesus, ate him to the bone.
That's what happens though in the show. Literally, they get.
I get.
The bone is big. Like,
I don't want to see that live.
No, but I'm saying like the black people they don't get a chance to become zombies because they eat them to the bone. Like there's nothing else to reanimate. Like they eat everything for the. I guess black people are nutritious or something. These zombies. I don't know.
Kevin, what you had to say? Come on. What was the next thing?
Christ.
What was the next thing?
Anyone hungry?
For no flesh. What you had to say? Huh? Say it. No, you had.
I
you
did.
had
I
a
just don't
topic.
remember.
What was the topic?
Hey,
You
we
had a
went
topic.
way. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So
Streaming services.
yeah. So
Or streaming
is
events.
so-
Streaming events.
extreme events. Okay. So like one thing that's not doing well that does live on terrestrial television is award shows. Now,
Depends on what award show it is, though.
I mean, like
What-
even like the MTV awards, they canceled this year.
Yeah, but haven't the numbers been going down steadily?
Sucking.
They've been going.
They sucked.
Most of them has gone down for it. At least I would say like 2018, and maybe longer than that.
Yeah, but this generation ain't watching no award shows.
Especially the MTV, like the MTV or music. I mean, the music or the
No, the movie awards.
The movie awards. I barely watched that one.
I don't think that was probably the fun one to watch
No, it really wasn't.
compared to like the Oscar. I mean, there's like this. Actually, now that I brought the Oscars, would y'all like to see that on a streaming service rather than
It don't matter to me. I don't care.
either?
I'm gonna look at it either way. That's because
Yeah,
that's me.
She watches
yeah,
that
okay.
though, so
But-
she's hardcore
So
audience.
you can't tell. You can't
That
ask me
is-
a question.
that's a good point.
She's hardcore audience.
So
So
you can't
wherever
ask
it
me.
goes, you're going with it.
Right.
So do you think I guess you would say a casual moviegoer or a casual fan of film?
If it was on the streaming service that they have, but they're not gonna go out of their way to get another streaming service just to watch it.
Even if they have a streaming service, I'm gonna tell you like this: it better be on, and it better be featured, and it better automatically like shift over to it, so they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna look at this for a little bit, because like the casual person that just watches movies doesn't care. Like even the MTV Awards was a cultural thing, and it was relevant for maybe a good 8 years in like popular culture.
So even if they like the red carpet event, their own marketing of it,
But the movie awards just look so trashy to me. It just looked trashy. Like the red carpet
think that
looked
was the-
trashy.
I thought that was the
looked like
appeal
there
of
were
it.
no structure or nothing going on the
Because
red
I thought
carpet.
the MTV Movie Awards was basically made to be complete opposite of what the Oscars were.
That's probably why I didn't like it. I mean,
It wasn't complete opposite. It was like a step down. So it's like you got casual, like business casual. Like
I would say they're a lot more business casual when they go to the Oscars. Like you are prepped.
no, there were people dressed in gowns and suits and stuff like that at the
Like,
MTV Movie Awards.
I always think that Oscars is like a step, or this is just like how they dress and everything. A step down from like the Met Gala, even though I know they do. It's fancy, but they do some.
Well, there's a
weird
theme
clothing.
every year at the
Yeah,
Met
yeah,
Gala,
and boy, do
so-
they use that thing. But I was at the MTV where it was a little bit more of you don't have to be. I mean, you can be dressy, but you can almost kind of let loose a bit.
No, they did more than let loose.
Especially Jim Carrey, he was the best at those award shows.
Wasn't that the awards that he like tried to kiss
Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yeah, and then Will Smith like had the forearm on his neck.
Yeah. You don't do that at the Oscars. Well, Will Smith.
I mean, I don't know. Will Smith did what he did at the Oscars.
That was a whole different situation. Boy, now I'm thinking, boy, Will Smith got some moments at award shows. I didn't really.
Well, that was a pre-arranged like kind of joke between him and Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Like as opposed to the red carpet event with the Italian dude where they were, I think it was Italian. They was at Cannes,
and it was a light slap.
and the dude
That
tried
was
to
light.
the
Like,
dude tried
get
to
out of here.
he said, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah,
It's like, and the dude was like,
and that was just, boy, that's two slaps. We weren't supposed to.
yeah, but he turned into in North Philadelphia, born and raised.
It's just now y'all got me thinking about these things, and I wasn't even trying to think. So award shows, you don't think it would even that they could repackage it?
No,
a Netflix
not for streaming. Like you're gonna have your hardcore people that are gonna look at that, but I think outside of your core audience, like it's not really gonna have the appeal to the normal moviegoer. The normal moviegoer goes used to go to what, like 3 or 4 movies a year. Now that's probably down to maybe 1.5. I don't know where you get the 0.5. Maybe they're like, not buying
the movie is not 2-3 hours long,
or they're buying a ticket or whatever and going to another theater because they don't like this one.
or it's like
I
you bought it. No, you buy a ticket for someone else, a date.
Yeah, but 0.5, that would be a full point.
No, that will. Yeah. Sorry, I'm overthinking that. So I'm thinking one person. I'm thinking one person buy
stuff like that. Kevin, you got something to say?
No. I was just. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Damn.
So now right now
it's okay.
Now
we gonna be single for the rest of our lives. It's all right.
Speak for yourself.
Now, don't put that on me.
Well, I know I am, so I ain't even worried about it.
So we got that notice. So when she has a girlfriend or whatever next year, bam.
Say what?
Hey, that's usually how it works. Someone goes, "I'll be single forever," and then bam, they're married. So nice ring you got on there.
It is a pimp ring.
Speaking of relationships.
Anyway, so where I was headed with, so right now it's in like one of the bread and butters of I ain't gonna say bread and butter, but whereas you remember like comedy specials used to be on HBO. That was like HBO, Comedy Central. If you were a comedian who's going to have a special, now Netflix has kind of taken over that. Netflix, and I don't know if there's any other.
Unless I like the comedian, I'm not really gonna watch it.
Like it's not a draw for you to.
Hell no. Nah.
YouTube is still a thing.
Now with YouTube, well, I guess TikTok would be on as well. It would be more of where people would find new comedians.
More people would find new comedians probably through YouTube than TikTok. Like I'm talking about like stand-up comedians.
Yeah,
because like YouTube has like YouTube specials for comedians. It's breaking comedian.
And what is this again?
YouTube?
Yeah. Is it like YouTube comedy or?
I mean, there are some like they try to do that for a little bit, then they just like kind of abandon that concept. I'm trying to think but there's like specials that they just put up on, like Andrew Schultz put his special up on YouTube.
Now
that not originally.
He tried to sell it.
He did sell it. And then I guess like he didn't like some of the stuff or whatever was going on. He bought the rights back and then put it up on YouTube.
Oh, I thought he was selling it and he kind of got he always got turned down. Then he because I think he was saying like he put clips up of it on YouTube and then put the whole thing out.
Yeah.
So now didn't he just have another one?
Yeah, like he's got a like his buddy that's on the podcast, Indian Cat, was a Nish, a Nash, something like that.
I think you're talking. I can't remember.
Yeah, name. Like he got like 2 specials on YouTube, I think.
So once you get to like because it feels like you would use YouTube to kind of build a fan base, and then once you've kind of got it and you kind of gotten yourself established, you may use that and try to sell to Netflix or really just Netflix. I can't think of any other streaming service that doing comedians right now.
Well, it depends on how you want to monetize. Like, so some of those dudes that they'll build their base up on YouTube and then they'll just do like little mini tours, and they'll kind of build up too while they're like building up their comedy deal, and then they might sell a special to like a deal, but if they're like making all kinds of rights on like merch or something like that, then they don't have to necessarily monetize off the YouTube. They use that as a lead generator. So it's like the loss leader, like, like when they offer you like free fries with like a hamburger.
Wait, are you saying are you saying they're using YouTube as a lead generator?
Yeah. Why not?
How would they do that?
I mean, you capture analytics for the audience, and then anybody that visits your website or whatever, you can capture an email address.
Damn. YouTube to build the fans and then sell that to Netflix.
Well, you probably won't sell it to Netflix.
Well, no, I don't mean like literally, but like this is the kind of audience that I have.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, but you gotta
you would use
gotta-
is a bad word.
yeah.
More of like using it as a negotiation.
Well, I mean,
tactic.
but look at it like this though. Maybe you don't have to go to them anymore. Maybe they want to hear you talk about cultural commentary stuff. Like, say, if you have like a daily podcast or something like that, and then people can send you super chats, which over time would probably be more than what you would make doing certain things. There's so many different ways to monetize as long as you have like a consistent audience, because you don't really need like this huge audience. In fact, you only need what's the whole thing with 1,000 true fans or whatever. You can make a decent amount by getting 1,000 people to send you X amount of dollars every month. It's a small amount of money, but it equates to like, you know, a full
Instead of
salary.
like dealing with like a production where they take their percentage and you get probably you definitely get like a little piece of their percentage.
And you can still do that for like another like kind of injection of money, but that's not your main thing. It just depends. Or you can sell T-shirts, or you can sell coffee mugs, or you know, whatever. If people are into that kind of thing.
Oh, I like that idea. So it's almost like you're using a major production as more of a, I hate to say side hustle, but kind of in that sort
Well, I mean,
of like,
it doesn't.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a major production though. Like so,
I got sad.
like okay, so
What
like
happened?
YouTube special for a comedy, an hour-long special. So like with the democratization of technology, you can kind of shorten the technology gap, and it costs a whole lot less to produce a kind of low budget special versus like over the top with Technocranes and all this other stuff. Because you really don't. If the jokes are really that good, you don't have to do all this crazy amount of editing.
No. I mean,
you
with
just
Disney comedy specials, a comedy, you don't really have to do all this editing anyways.
you just
Yeah.
cut into the audience,
Right.
back to him or her, to the audience,
Right.
maybe put some graphics, maybe.
You don't. Yeah.
I mean, you.
I've
I
never
mean,
seen.
you can.
I mean, if you put a lower third in, that's about.
I mean, like, but
Lower third live from Nashville, like stuff like that.
but we can agree though that like the Kings of Comedy was more produced, like, you know, editing wise than what's another one? Bill Burr's last special in Nashville. There was way more
Production value.
production value in Kings of Comedy than in Bill Burr's. And
Yeah,
like-
because every comic had their own set, kind of, didn't they?
pretty much.
And
Yeah.
well, Steve, he kind of did, but it was more so of like a intro. He was kind of the in between each set person, but I think he used those in betweens as his set. You know, tell you a few jokes. This person's next. Tell a few jokes. This person's next.
Yeah,
So-
he was the host.
Yeah, he was. So I think he was doing his set in between guests.
Didn't he go last too?
No, Bernie went last. No, they always say they
Yeah.
unless you were like if they're if you was in DL City, you probably would let him go last. If you was in the end of Cedric City, you would let Cedric go last. But I believe mostly Bernie went last.
They beefing right now, so
Wait, who beefing?
the comedics are beefing.
Well, it's a lot.
Oh, you talking about all the
Oh,
comedians?
comedians.
Like
Oh.
not just like.
Cause I was like, Bernie, I don't really think he's worried about beef right now. But
Are you trying to make a joke? I love me some Bernie Mac.
I do too. It's just like people ain't worried about people that are alive. That's your. It's not a 2-person beef at that point. It's just your beef. So
People hold grudges sometimes.
man, it would be how well liked Bernie is now. Honestly, even when he was alive, but
No,
Especially now.
Bernie was the shit when he was alive. I'm
So-
not gonna lie to you. Like he is still one of my favorite comedians.
if you had an issue, you best to keep that to yourself at this point.
Like literally, he is one of my favorite comedians.
So
The Bernie Mac show. Oh my goodness,
oh yeah.
I watch the show all the time.
Still,
Yeah,
I watch his certain films he's in. Yes, mostly his stand up.
I love the
Because he has
films
like
more.
great
Like, he was in
stage
Charlie's
presence.
Like the first Charlie's Angel.
And I didn't see Charlie's Angels. But he always had great like scene presence. Like he just and I mean it's not like he was acting too far out of his out of who he was.
Yeah.
He just maybe added a little more spice to it, and it just works.
Yeah.
He was a scene stealer. But we talked about everything but how to save cable television.
That means we need to end the episode.
Oh, so you ain't got nothing?
Don't save it. It don't want to be saved.
So,
All right, Project
So I'm a-
Saver. All right, Project Saver. Oh,
Ain't nothing
Save.
but the money and power.
hey, we ain't trying to pay nobody. Stop.
So, okay, so I'll end with this. I ask y'all this: 10 years from now, where do y'all
There will
see
be no cable.
Zero cable.
No. What's the purpose?
Oh my, Carson.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. The streaming services are basically going to try to turn themselves into the new cable, and it's going to destroy part of the industry. And there's going to be maybe 1 to 1.5 to come out of ashes.
1 to 1.5. You have an idea which one to one?
Probably Netflix and Hulu, unless like there's another competitor that like emerges. There'll probably be some smaller ones that'd be like niche kind of things. So like some of the indie film deals or something like that. But those would be like anywhere from a $3 to $5 price point or something like that. Under $8.
So
Under $8.
Mhm.
Okay.
Per month.
yeah, so because to me it's like if there's no cable, then you only have like TVs for. You have like 3. I mean, people rarely watch. I mean, if you got your TV, you're pretty much watching. Like you're pretty
I
much
watch
on
YouTube.
Oku or YouTube or something like that. Like TV would be completely different. So it's like I can't. It's very possible. I can't picture that. So I think
So
it's
you can't picture there being no cable.
just no.
Only streaming services.
How I'm picturing it is, and I mean again when I told you they're trying to do the bundle, like they're gonna. I can't beat them, join them. So they're going to try to work together in some way, form, or fashion.
It's too late for that.
It's not gonna work.
They should have did that at the onset when they started eating into their market share when the number of cable cutters started like rising. They're past that point now. You're past the inflection point. I mean, like the event horizon, you already went through it.
You might be right, but it's like you're still gonna try before you die.
I mean, like yeah, you can thrash around, but you're still gonna drown.
So
Wow.
to me, it's either they're going to either work with them. I can't see streaming services buying like Comcast and all that. Even though
No, but Comcast is probably gonna get rid of their cable if they're not making no money, and only give you streaming services or make up a streaming service.
or make up I feel like they'll be past that, or they may just do because I mean they still do internet and other services.
Yeah, I believe they're making their money on the internet right now. Just look up how much, unless they're gonna lower the cable prices, lower than if you have 3 or 4 streaming services all together, and you lower the cable prices
and no, maybe
to try to
if
get
there's-
people to come back to cable.
and maybe if there is a merger of sorts, that it could possibly lower it.
They would never lower cable.
Well, I mean, like if you really think about it, Hulu is a merger. It's like 2 major studios, right?
Was it
I want to say Universal and then
Universal Disney?
Well, I mean, NBC Universal is like under
Oh,
the Disney
okay.
umbrella, but and somebody else like I can't remember the other one. Like, so you already have 2 that teamed up. That's probably one of the major reasons why they have live sports on there.
God, I'm just mentioning cable. I ain't even brought up satellite television.
See, that's a whole.
I mean,
different, that's a whole
Direct
different
TV.
topic.
That's
I saw a commercial the other day. DirecTV is not doing the satellites anymore. It was 2 birds talking.
wait, what?
That was a commercial. It was 2 birds talking. Like, well, it's DirecTV does TV with no dish, and the other bird's like, yeah, there's no dish. And I'm like, all right, here we go.
On that note, Ian,
On that note, I think we're gonna find those 2 birds he was talking about. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for listening or watching. I'm once again Kevin Mumphrey with my host Victoria V.A. Jones
what's going on?
and Karsten Knight Ferguson.
Yes.
No, see, that's whatever.
And that's a wrap.